Hello everyone. So in this video we'll study about vectors. So vector refers to the DNA molecule that acts as transporting vehicles which carries target DNA into host cell for the purpose of cloning or expression. So what is vector? Vector is a DNA molecule itself that act as transporting vehicle. What is vector? It is a DNA molecule that is a transporting vehicle. What does vehicle do? It transports us from one place to another. In similar way, DNA molecule also does the transporting of what? Of DNA molecules. DNA vectors transports DNA molecules to the target DNA. So it refers to the DNA molecule that act as transporting vehicle which carries target DNA. What does vector do? It carries target DNA into a host cell for purpose of cloning and expression. See, when we engineer some kind of bacteria or some kind of viruses, so what we do, we use vectors, and those vectors carry DNA molecule which help to engineer the target DNA. So we carry the DNA molecule and take it to target DNA that is present in the host cell for the purpose of cloning and expression, where that targeted DNA is cloned, means its copy is made or expressed, or it is expressed, you can say, like from that replication is done and mRNA is transcribed, and from mRNA protein is formed. So either for cloning, for making copy of that DNA, or for expression from RNA to protein, these DNA molecules are carried by vectors. Okay, moving on to the next point, cloning vectors. There are two type of vectors. So when we study vectors, it is of two types. First one is cloning vector and the second one is expression vectors. See, it is mentioned here also. There are two purposes for carrying of the DNA molecules. So there are two type of vectors. The first one is cloning vector that clones the DNA molecule or targeted DNA, or expression vector. So cloning vectors are used to clone target DNA, whereas expression vectors are engineered so that the desirable target DNA can be transcribed in RNA and translated into protein. So cloning vector क्या करते हैं? They just duplicate or make a copy of the main DNA, and the expression vector does the engineering. Engineering means what? It transcribes the DNA to mRNA and mRNA to protein, like we see in central dogma. From DNA, RNA is made, RNA to protein is made. Okay, a viral DNA or plasmid is generally used as a vector. So what do we use as a vector? A viral DNA. We use a viral DNA as a vector, or a plasmid for the vector in common terms. Next is important features of cloning vector. So now we are using a cloning vector, so it must have some important features. Like we cannot use any and every vector as a cloning vector. It must have some kind of characteristic. So the first characteristic should be ability to replicate in host cell. If we take any DNA or any vector and that vector is not capable of replicating, it will be of no use. It will not be able to clone itself when it goes to the host cell. So it must have ability to replicate within the host cell. Moving on to the next point is all cloning vectors must have ORI for autonomous replication within the host cell. What is ORI? Origin of replication. It is a point where the replication starts. So all the cloning vectors must have ORI site. If they'll have ORI site, that will be a place where replication will initiate. Then ORI is specific sequence DNA where replication start. Now if you have ORI but there is no specific sequence, then it will not work. So ORI has a specific sequence to initiate the process of replication. So ORI is very important here. When target DNA is linked to vector containing ORI, when the target DNA we have is linked to the vector containing origin of replication, then along with vector replication, desirable target DNA can also start replicating within the host cell. This point says that when we take a target DNA and link it with the vector DNA, vector, that contains the origin of replication. We studied that vector must have origin of replication. Then we know when a vector is taken and it has origin of replication, then we link the DNA to it, target DNA to it, and then when they both link, when the vectors start replicating, the target DNA also starts replicating within the host cell. This was about the ability to replicate within the host cell. Next property of vector should be unique restriction site for insertional cloning. So it must have multiple sites for cloning. All cloning vectors have features that allow target DNA to be conveniently inserted into vector. Now, if cloning is to be done, then all cloning vector must have feature, like they must have a feature that allows the target DNA to easily get inserted into the vector, so that the process can be smoothly carried out. So what are the features needed for the easy incorporation of target DNA into vector? First is multiple cloning site. If a vector has a multiple cloning site, has many cloning site, it will be easy. The host DNA can enter the vector from any point. So when a vector has multiple cloning site, it is called polylinker site, okay, which contains many restriction site. It can be cleave from any site and the DNA, target DNA, can enter from any site. First, the restriction site is cleaved. Now you have got multiple cloning site. Next, what is the significance of having multiple cloning site? The first significance is, if you have multiple cloning site, the restriction site is cleaved. You got the multiple cloning site. Now it will be cleaved. Specific restriction enzyme followed by ligation. First it is cleaved, then restriction enzyme act on that, and then followed by ligation, and then DNA ligase binds them together. See, for example, this is your DNA. Now when it is cleaved, assume that this is the restriction site, so here it is cleaved, it is now open. Okay, now your viral DNA goes inside, and here you can see it comes inside, and here where the point of cleaving was there, it is ligated by DNA. I'm not able to draw the exact diagram, so it is ligated by DNA ligase. So here is the target DNA incorporated inside a vector DNA. First it is cleaved, cut, and then it is incorporated, and then it is ligated by DNA ligase. So this point says specific restriction enzyme first cleaves it, and then followed by ligation by DNA ligase. Next characteristics of cloning vector should be genetic markers to select for the host cell containing vector. So they have genetic marker to select the host cell containing vector. Now how to decide which host cell to use? So genetic marker is a gene. Genetic marker gene होता है that allows the selection of transformed cell from non-transformed cell and recombinant containing transformed cell. See, जेनेटिक मार्कर जो होते हैं वो एक जीन होते हैं जो अलाउ करते हैं हमें डिफरेंशिएट करने में ट्रांसफॉर्म हुए सेल्स को ट्रांसफॉर्म नहीं होने वाले सेल्स से. ओके, सो जेनेटिक मार्कर क्या होते हैं? वो एक जीन होते हैं. क्या होते हैं? जीन होते हैं. वो क्या करते हैं? अलाउ द सिलेक्शन ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्म. हमें अलाउ करते हैं कि हम सेलेक्ट कर पाएँ ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड सेल को फ्रॉम द नॉन ट्रांसफॉर्म सेल, या रिकॉम्बिनेंट कंटेनिंग ट्रांसफॉर्म सेल को नॉन रिकॉम्बिनेंट कंटेनिंग ट्रांसफॉर्म सेल से. अब मार्कर जीन जो होते हैं वो दो टाइप के होते हैं, एक सेलेक्टेबल मार्कर जीन और एक स्क्रीनेबल मार्कर. Selectable markers are genes that allow encoding for product that allows the growth of one type of cells under specific condition that kill or restrict the growth of other cell. अब हम देखते हैं selectable marker. So selectable marker selective होते हैं, ऐसे आप याद रख सकते हो. Selectable marker selective होते हैं. ये वैसे जीन हैं जो encoding करते हैं for a product और allow करते हैं growth एक टाइप के सेल का, क्योंकि सेलेक्टिव नेचर के हैं तो एक टाइप के सेल्स का ग्रोथ अलाउ करते हैं अंडर स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन, और एक प्रॉपर कंडीशन में अलाउ होता है. उस कंडीशन में ये बाकी सेल्स की ग्रोथ को रोक देते हैं, सिर्फ एक टाइप के सेल्स की ग्रोथ को प्रमोट करते हैं। और नेक्स्ट है स्क्रीनेबल मार्कर्स। तो स्क्रीनेबल मार्कर क्या करते हैं, ये रिपोर्टर जीन होते हैं, सी इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, ये रिपोर्टर जीन होते हैं, गिव्स अ प्रोडक्ट दैट कैन बी डिटेक्टेड यूजिंग अ सिंपल एंड क्वांटिटेटिव असे। इसमें क्या होता है, स्क्रीनिंग होती है सेल्स की, जिसमें आप सेल्स जो होते हैं उनको डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं स्क्रीनिंग से या फिर सिंपल से क्वांटिटेटिव असे से। नेक्स्ट फीचर होता है आपका क्लोनिंग वेक्टर का, कि उनकी मॉलिक्यूलर वेट लो होनी चाहिए। दे मस्ट हैव लो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट, मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ नॉन एसेंशियल डीएनए, मीन्स जो डीएनए एसेंशियल है बस वही उनमें होनी चाहिए, बहुत ज़्यादा वेट की डीएनए नहीं होनी चाहिए। ओके, सो क्लोनिंग वेक्टर मस्ट हैव लो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट। नाउ व्हाई लो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट, क्यों चाहिए कम मॉलिक्यूलर वेट? सो इन ऑर्डर टू like the plasmid is more resistant to damage by shearing, is readily isolated from host cell. When there is low molecular weight, plasmid is less exposed to damage, it is resistant to damage, ठीक है, ये resistant हो जाता है damage से, by shearing is readily isolated host cell। मतलब अगर आपका डीएनए का मॉलिक्यूलर वेट क्लोनिंग वेक्टर का मॉलिक्यूलर वेट कम है तो वो रेजिस्टेंट हो जाता है डैमेज होने से। नेक्स्ट है द प्लाज्मिड आर प्रेजेंट इन मल्टीपल कॉपीज। दूसरा, जब आपकी मॉलिक्यूलर वेट कम होती है तो प्लाज्मिड जो होते हैं उनमें मल्टीपल कॉपीज प्रेजेंट होते हैं प्लाज्मिड की। एंड द लास्ट पॉइंट इज ड्यू टू लो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट लेस चांस टू हैव मल्टीपल साइट ऑफ एनी रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंड न्यूक्लियस। सो लो वेट होता है तो चांसेस कम होती है मल्टीपल साइड ऑफ एनी रेस्ट्रिक्शन, बार बार रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं होगा, वो स्पेसिफिकली बाइंड कर पाएगा। सो दिस वाज अबाउट क्लोनिंग वेक्टर एंड वेक्टर गाइस। सो इफ यू वांट अ वीडियो ऑन expression vectors too, kindly comment down on the comment section. Thank you for watching my video.